Welcome to Absurdly Nerd Podcast, the Absurdly Nerd Podcast. I'm Cole Daddy Diesel Dan. Whoa. Not Daddy or a Diesel or Dan. My name is Cole. I'm sometimes called Diesel because I'm a big fat guy.
Have you ever been called?
To my left
Go ahead.
is Eric Rowland, and to my right
is some guy off the street.
Jonathan Major Murley.
You know why I did that?
I don't know why I said
We have
Major.
a friend with a middle name Major.
And he's a pussy.
You know why I did that?
Why'd you do that?
With respect.
Kamehameha?
Because I'm one of the seamen off of Wakanda Forever.
You are a
He's
seaman.
a seaman.
You are a seaman.
That's what they do. That's what they do underwater. They go.
And blow semen at him.
Anyway,
I gotta get out in front of this. I have been sick and my voice sounds silly. I sound like Tommy Pickles.
well.
So don't judge me.
As long as
Sick
you're not
or-
That's why
leaking-
Cole is leading the episode.
Are you
Yep.
sick or sick with it?
I'm sick with it.
That's nothing I could do. You're just sick with it. But anyway, so this episode, we are 20 days away at the time of filming from the Video Game Awards. It's a big, fun time in the video game industry for us. So,
God.
it's so fun, man. But so we're going to do our reactions to the nominees and predictions. We're going to skip some, some of the
Because we would
categories.
just make fun of it. So you don't.
Yeah, we really don't know anyone in the esports community, and
Hey,
I don't want to make
yourself.
fun of them, but I will.
watch
So we're going
esports?
to skip those.
I watched some of them.
No, you
How
don't.
you watch Siege?
Not enough to do those
Shut up.
categories.
I don't watch League of Legends.
All right,
I have a lot.
That's what's gonna win it too.
all right. So most anticipated game. You want to start with that one?
Sure.
My phone's not going to load as fast as yours. So
These are all fresh to me because I have
I
not
haven't
looked.
really looked at them.
all right. So what leads the nominees? There's 4 nominees for most anticipated game. Number 1, Final Fantasy 16. Number 2, Hogwarts Legacy. Number 3, there's actually 5 games. I was wrong. Resident Evil 4. Number 3, Starfield. And number 5, oh my God, I can't count. And the last one, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
5.
Yeah.
Are we doing
Hogwarts,
predictions
Final
on every one of
Fantasy.
So
them?
I would say,
Res 4,
do we think that
Starfield.
we're going to predict the way that we think it's going to go?
Yeah,
I can do
I
both.
think we do that. First, I'd say with each of these categories, if there's anything we think was left off.
I would say Suicide Squad's a weird one not to have.
Yeah, I would put that over Final Fantasy 16 personally. But
I would
guess
put that.
See it.
I would, yeah.
I would put it over Resident Evil 4 Remake. As much as I'm hot for it, it's also a game that we've already had out.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair way to look at it.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised you wouldn't say Starfield, but like that's a big deal.
It's a
game.
big deal, but not for me.
Yeah.
So but no, I think it's pretty good overall. But Suicide Squad would have been on mine.
Yes.
But I think that Legend of Zelda is going to win.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everybody expects
Yeah.
I think Legend of Zelda is going to win.
Just
It's
kinda-
between
Just
Legend
how I
of Zelda.
knew that Elden Ring was going to win it last year. It's kind of like the...
I will so just to be different, not completely just to be different though. Since
Contrary.
Zelda is just a Nintendo game, Final Fantasy 16. Well, that's just
It's just a PlayStation game.
So I don't know.
And
I was gonna say it
Starfield-
might
and
be there.
Starfield's just an Xbox game.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's Resident Evil because it's gonna be
Change your
everywhere. So we'll see.
Can I use your phone because this one's slow as fucking tits.
Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, I think most likely Zelda.
And it'll give them a reason to show a new trailer and all that.
Right.
Also, how fucking silly do I look in this new hat I bought? I'm trying to break
It's
it
a good
in
hat.
because it's
Look like my grandpa, but
No, I feel
ready.
like fucking.
my grandpa had
I
that.
feel like
hat,
Hank
I swear
Williams
to
Jr.
God.
Hank Williams Jr. And I'm going to talk about country music and combat and glory to the Lord, son.
I'm hoping after the podcast you'll
Nothing
tell me
wrong
all
with
about Nom.
Tell us all about it.
Make it disappear.
Hey, we never got the truly good Vietnam game. We need a good Vietnam game.
Black Ops.
That is a truly good one, but that wasn't like mostly in
No, it
Vietnam,
really
was
wasn't.
it? It was just like one mission in
So
Vietnam.
really dope
we're going to skip best adaptation because Arcane's going to win.
Well, no, let's read them though.
I want to hear it.
All right, best adaptation is Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edge Runners,
Yeah, a given.
Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted.
Yeah. What's yours, Eric? What's your favorite of those?
My personal favorite, because I haven't seen any of those besides Uncharted, is Uncharted because that's a fun movie. But I think it's going to be Arcane or
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
I think it's going to be Arcane.
Yeah, I love
Was
Arcane.
Arcane not last year's?
I thought it was last year.
Because
No,
didn't
it's
Sting show
January.
up and sing?
No, it came out in January.
could have been?
Yeah.
Beast.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the hell?
That's what I thought.
So if
So they
the
cheated.
Game Awards?
So they cheated. Oh, they didn't have best adaptation last year, not as a category.
Still shouldn't have been here. That's
No,
that's last
because
year.
it's really robbing us of getting Tom Holland on stage.
But remember, I reviewed this for us on Instagram
Yeah.
in February.
yeah,
Yeah, he said it was amazing.
I
so-
know it was late, but I don't think it was that late. Oh, that's amazing.
Just thinking about Steve.
But no,
so.
I do think Cyberpunk Edge Runners has a good shot.
It's a good shot, but it's just arcane across all.
Witcher season 2 got snubbed
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
come out.
definitely better than
December
Uncharted.
Really?
last year.
Definitely better than Uncharted.
I watched it when I was sick with it.
All right, so do you want to do best debut indie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
read them off.
Yeah, I want to do the indies too.
Are they putting Somerville on there?
Neon White, Narco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors.
See, I've heard a lot of good things about Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, me
Really?
too.
Yeah,
It's on Game Pass.
yeah, I downloaded it.
I need to try it. But
it's
no, it's
not- none of
gonna
these-
be Stray.
You
It's
don't think
gonna
it'll
be-
Neon White.
Not really. No, like that is a very specific niche.
I think it's
not-
going to be Stray or Tunic because people
Tunic. People love Tunic.
people
Yeah,
love Tunic.
so I don't know really why. Like it's fine, but
I think it will be Stray though.
indie wise, see, I don't know anymore what.
I think
to
it's gonna be
just-
Stray just because that's a big indie. Like that was
Yeah.
a big deal when it came out.
Like for me, my favorite indie this year was Ollie Ollie World, but I don't know if it's indie enough.
Yeah.
See, my favorite I think was Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'm surprised that ain't on there.
Yes.
Honestly.
Cult of the Lamb. So there's some other ones that I like too, but yeah.
So what are your predictions on that one?
Stray.
I think Stray. I think Stray.
That's most likely.
You want to do best?
Where's Sifu? That's an indie.
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, it's not
that's-
even on
that's
there.
crazy.
Because I would have picked Sifu.
We'll see it later. Best multiplayer. Do you want to do that one?
Yeah,
Let's click on it.
I played some multiplayer.
Let's click on it. Best multiplayer: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's
I'm gonna
Revenge.
say Call of Duty.
Nah, I don't think it'll win it.
I think
It's not a fan
Multiversus-
vote, is it? It's a.
No,
I
it's-
don't know.
It's
What
like
else?
they send them out to different, like IGN.
I think that's why it won't be Call of Duty.
That's true.
That'd be Multiversus.
No, I don't think it'll be either.
I think it's dropped off too fast. It would be my pick. I think it's almost certainly going to be Splatoon.
Yeah.
Like that game has so much goodwill behind it. I
And
didn't play
eyes.
it, so I can't really speak
Yeah, I
to
don't
it.
know either.
But like nobody has bad things to say about Splatoon as
No.
a series. So
And
I
it
feel
reviewed
like
really well. And I think, it's either going to be Splatoon or Call of Duty.
it's not as popular as Call
Yeah.
of Duty, but honestly, Ninja Turtles has a shot. But I hate when they do that multiplayer game and then they do a co-op game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no like competitive aspect to it, and the rest of them are obviously competitive games.
Yeah.
So like I kind of hate that in the category. But
All right. So do you want to do? Jesus, I'm a dumbass. Do you want to do best sports and racing game?
yeah, just do them.
I'll do them. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Do it.
All right. F1 2022. 22. F1 22.
I'm good.
FIFA 23.
I'm good.
NBA 2K23. Gran Turismo 7. Ollie Ollie World.
Ollie Ollie World. No, I'm just kidding.
Please God, Ollie Ollie
I
World.
mean, really though, it's either that or F1. I think it's gonna win.
What a weird category.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about that category. I'm going to say Ollie Ollie World.
No, I do expect it to be Gran Turismo.
Ollie Ollie World. I'll go out on a limb here.
I want
Best
you to
sim
be right.
/ strategy game?
Yeah. What is that going to be?
I don't know. Let's take a gander.
Oh, the Warhammer game. Ooh, rabbits.
Dune, Spice Wars.
I didn't even know that actually came out.
Me either.
Who's the Spice
The
Wars?
Spice Girl Wars.
Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope.
What is this a category?
Hope.
No, it says Hope. Best sim and strategy game.
Okay.
Total Warhammer 3. Total War Warhammer 3. I'm a dumbass. 2 Point Campus and Victoria 3.
I've never even heard of that one.
I think Victoria 3 is going to win.
What the hell is that?
It's like I think it was
You
an
don't think
indie.
I think it's gonna be either 2 Point Campus or what was it?
Total War.
Total War.
That
War.
game
I think Total
reviewed
War will
super
win,
well.
yeah.
I don't think 2 Point Campus has a chance, honestly.
Really?
I think it's between Rabbids 2 and Total War.
I don't think Rabbits are good at it.
Really?
What?
I feel like it. I mean, I know
There's
it's
only
just
one of
a,
us
that's
another
played it.
sequel, and
Yeah.
all, but like I feel like it was better than the first one, so people like it's
Better.
more on the radar now.
On better. All right, so best family game. We're on to the next category.
The Nintendo category, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Kirby. Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, or Splatoon 3.
I think it's gonna be Kirby because
I think it should be Kirby.
I think-
but
yeah.
I don't know. I think they
It's weirdly worded with the family game.
yeah, because it gives more points to being able to play with your family.
So
I would
Splatoon-
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my pick. Would be Splatoon. Again,
But
I
didn't
haven't played
Animal
it, but
Crossing win best family game one time?
yeah, but that's like playing together.
Yeah, I
It
guess.
did like me
Yeah.
and my wife bought it and played it together. I hope it's Kirby though.
I hope
'Cause that
it is,
game
too.
deserves some credit. It was a
Yeah.
good game.
All right. On to the next one. I think it's going to be Kirby too. Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Okay, why didn't it say hand-to-hand?
Yeah, you'd think that.
Yeah.
DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R. Too many fucking
Yeah,
letters.
a lot of letters.
The King of Fighters 15. I guess it says 15. Multiversus or Sifu.
See, this one throws me for a loop. And Sifu is
If
way out of
Sifu
place.
wasn't on there,
Yeah.
I would say Multiversus, but I think Sifu.
I think Multiverses is going to win it.
You think so? I don't know. King of Fighters was well received. Like
So
these
is
are the
Sifu.
games we don't
Sifu
play.
just
but
feels weird to be there, like in that category.
it doesn't fit with the other ones.
No, like Sifu's the best game out of that group, but
Yeah, I do think Multiverses is a really well made game,
Yeah.
and it deserves credit. But they've done the microtransaction-y shit the wrong way, in my opinion.
yeah,
Like they're the first battle pass I've seen that you can't earn your next battle pass.
yeah.
Like I didn't finish mine, and I was like, wow, I didn't get anything out of this. Like I mean, I got some skins and all, but like getting halfway through it, I didn't earn halfway to another level. You know. So that's really my problem with Multiverses. It ain't very consumer friendly. But yeah, no, I think
Also,
Sifu deserves
very
it.
expensive skins on Multiverses.
Yeah,
I mean that's a problem with every free-to-play game.
I mean, I get it because like if you have a main, you're gonna stick to that main. So it's
Yeah.
like once they have a skin,
But
like,
$20
just charge
for the
$15.
Batman animated one is like,
Yeah,
oof,
that's crazy.
That's ridiculous. But Sifu, I think, deserves it.
yeah.
All right, next category, best role-playing game. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences.
What is this gonna be?
Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I mean, all of those are good games, but as soon as you said Elden Ring, it's like,
It's a shoe
Yeah.
in.
what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I see Lava Live making a run for it because Elden Ring will be winning other stuff, I think. So maybe, but
I don't think they do it that way though.
Yeah.
Like just because Elden Ring's gonna win everything else. Like think of all the years. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 cleaned up.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 cleaned up. Well, God of War did pretty good that same year too. But yeah, no, like Game Awards is not afraid to let a game just dominate.
Yeah.
Like they will take control of everything if that's how good the game
Yeah.
is. So yeah, obviously I pick Elden Ring. for
I
that one.
think that's what's going to win, but I think Lava Live definitely has a shot.
Yeah,
It's just a remake, so that makes it weird, I guess.
Yeah, and it's also just not as substantial of a game as
well, Xenoblade Chronicles
Xenoblade.
3 is there too. So
I
a
think
lot
that's
of
the
people
runner
love
up.
that.
In
yeah.
my opinion, that's probably the number 2.
That's just a blind spot for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care
me
about it,
either.
but I know a lot of people do.
All right, best action adventure game. For the best action adventure game, combining
already know.
combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Huh?
I already know what it should be.
Yeah, number 1, Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Stray, Horizon Forbidden West, Tunic.
It's
So
a 2-dog race for me.
Yeah, for me too.
But I mean, it's
What's
not
your
really.
other?
I mean, obviously
Plague Tale.
God of War, but Plague Tale, as far as the puzzle goes, like in the integration of combat and puzzle together, it's really good. It's like God of War on that, but the gameplay just does not feel fun like
Yeah.
God of War.
So God of War, I think, got that.
Yeah, I think God of
Yeah,
War's
I
got
don't-
that one too. I think
it's
we're
close.
too
I'm
similar.
still amazed that that game came out this year.
I know. Yeah, and it's going to be in the voting.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Best action game is the next one, which
Is that not the same as Action
yeah,
Adventure?
for the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat.
No, I like that designation.
Yeah.
You know, like because God of War is a split of puzzle and traversal and combat, whereas like Call of Duty is just action. Like
Okay.
you're not doing anything special.
Well, speaking of Call of Duty, Call of Juarez, Duty. I'm just kidding. Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
I would say it would be Sifu.
I think it'd be Sifu too.
I would say so, but
or Teenage
I could,
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I could see Bayonetta winning this.
Yeah, that's true.
Even
I
though
don't
I
know.
don't want it to, because I do not like that kind of game.
I think a lot of people are like meh on it. They're like they like
It got good reviews, but I
Yeah.
haven't heard a lot.
people
about it.
are the people that I've heard have said like Bayonetta 2 is better.
Yeah, I've heard
Right.
that too. It's the Kingdom Hearts thing. Or Kingdom Hearts 2 is better than 3.
It definitely didn't get the praise of like Devil May Cry 5. Like that took off. This has not.
Should we do the best VR AR I just skipped that because we don't really.
Just read them all. I just want to hear them.
Yeah.
Best VR AR game after the fall. Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss, Book 2,
Bone Lab for sure.
and Red Matter 2.
It's the one with all the funny shooting mechanics. Like it's the one you see people goofing around on TikTok.
Okay.
Like you can throw the gun up.
I was gonna say,
catch
I don't.
throw it.
It might be that then because mine would have been Moss, just because that's the one I heard more about.
I've heard there's a really good
I
story.
haven't heard about MAGA Among Us 2 or Among Us VR. Shit, I can't speak.
MAGA.
Wow.
MAGAs. No, there's Among Us 2.
Not Among Us 2, but Among Us
VR.
VR.
Oh, okay. Nah, I mean, what is that? No, honestly, what do you?
I guess
what
the
does that look like?
communication would be more fun, like
mean, I
when you're
don't know.
accusing other people and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know.
But I think it will be
Just doesn't seem
Bone
necessary.
Lab. Now that you told me what it was.
Yeah, that game. Everybody loves that game.
So, do you guys just want to skip innovation and accessibility? I have no.
Now you said it though. Now we got to do it.
Yeah.
No, we could skip it.
I think it's going to be
Unless
God
you-
of War.
God of War is a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not Elden Ring.
No.
best community support. We're not doing that one. We're not doing best mobile game. We'll do best indie.
All right, let's do it.
Best indie, which this is your category instead of best debut indie. I don't know why.
So why was Cult of the Lamb not in Best Debut if it's going to be in Best?
Yeah. So Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Seafood, Stray, Tunic. I think Seafood wins.
I think Sifu wins.
I think it's going to be Stray.
Really?
I really think
People-
Stray cleans
people-
up.
Annapurna gets a lot of fucking.
Well, they do a lot of good things.
They do
This
good
game
things,
was not
but
deep.
they
like-
don't do innovative things. Like,
Oh, they do though. That's why they. I mean,
They do.
that is exactly why people like.
Stray
it.
was better than their last one, but I absolutely hated their last one. So
What was their last
Well, the last one I played was 12 minutes.
Oh yeah, but that was innovative as hell too. But
It
that
was.
didn't deserve awards because it was broken in a lot of ways. But no, like they went outside the box.
Stray is not a broken game.
No, Stray is a complete game that doesn't really intrigue me in any way. Like it was never like the story didn't grip me. You know.
Yeah.
well, I'll grip you. The only ones that I played a lot of was Cult of the Lamb, and I played a little bit of Seafood, but not a lot.
If it was any other year, I would say
I
Cult
don't
of
even like
Lamb.
Seafood.
It was a good game, but
It's a good game.
Stray, Seafood, like that just blows that one out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely Seafood to me is the best of those games. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to predict what they'll pick.
Yeah.
And I really think they'll pick Stray. I think Seafood is that Dark Souls thing where people like only so many people can actually beat the game.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes a hit. I don't think that's going to be the case this
And
year.
even fewer can platinum it.
Yeah. That is a difficult game. But what is next?
All right, the next game category is best ongoing. You want to skip that?
No, let's do it. Because I like to predict this one.
Yeah.
Best ongoing: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy, whatever the fuck this one is, 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact.
Ooh, it's either Genshin or Final Fantasy.
It's
I'm gonna
not
say
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I said no. Fortnite's.
Did
I
no
haven't
build?
heard
This
much
is the
about
worst year Fortnite's ever
I
had.
never-
I don't know. It did no build, and that was apparently really
Yeah,
big.
but the numbers have never been lower on a year for Fortnite.
I'll
yeah,
say
but Destiny 2 is a niche game. Apex Legends is a niche
Destiny
game.
2 is up there.
I know-
Genshin is the most popular game on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 will
But
probably
this is
win.
an American award show. I still think it's Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Apex had a good year. I haven't played it, but they had a good year. No, I think it's Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, I think you're. I'm gonna go with. I'll
It's
be a
not
little.
14.
I'll be
Fortnite,
contrarian.
I would put money on it not being Fortnite.
I'll say Fortnite then.
Okay. It'll
Dollar.
be fun to go back on this after.
Dollar. All right. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Genshin.
Genshin. Okay, that's a good bet. Games for impact.
Nerds like them waifus.
I like this category.
Impact.
Games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. What if it's anti-social? A Memoir Blue.
I never heard anything about that game.
I didn't even.
As dusk falls.
Good game.
Citizen Sleeper. Endling. Extinction is
I
forever.
wanted to play in
Hindsight. I was a teenage exocolonist.
I heard a lot of good things about. I was a
I'm going to
teenage
step back to this one
exocolonist.
because I haven't played a single one of these games.
I've only played as Dust Falls, and I know it's good.
It's
but-
gonna win this category.
You think so?
I'm almost certain it will. It's between that and the Exo Colonists,
Yeah.
but that's more of a PC game. I don't think it's on consoles.
PC game. So yeah, you think it's going to be As Dusk Falls?
Yeah, that game was just like everyone that played it liked it. Like I'm not saying everybody was just blown away with it, but like most people, if you started,
And it is pretty
you beat it.
thought provoking. Like you kind of start seeing it. Yeah, I like it. I thought.
Yeah, it's unique. It's a cool game.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is a heavy hitter. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and/or performance capture. Horizon Forbidden West, Ashley Birch. A Plague Tale Requiem, Charlotte McBurney. God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge. Immortality, Manon Gage. God of War Ragnarok, Sonny Soljic,
Let me see the one that's for Immortality.
the main character.
So it's the actress.
Yeah.
She did a lot of work.
She did do a lot of work, but it's
Christopher
Christopher Judge. Like, it's
Well,
gotta
he
be
lost it against the guy who plays Arthur. And
Yeah, he's awesome though.
But that year was, Red
so
Dead
I do
and
think
God of War
Christopher Judge
2018.
may win it this year.
But Ashley Birch is always good.
I don't know. I wouldn't say her Aloy would stand out this
Yeah,
year.
it's more an Aloy problem, not an Ashley Birch.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Aloy is just so.
I think it
lock,
could be
stock,
the,
and barrel, just so plain.
the actress from Immortality. I think it could be her. I really do. I think.
Yeah,
people
because
love
that
that.
game. I thought that game sucked, but yeah, that game is so unique and it relied on her.
Yeah.
Some people liked it.
Well, it's just that she had to play in 3 movies on that game, like
Yeah.
three different characters, and plus the character that she was the actress character.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot like different changes. But Christopher Judge is also doing great.
Amazing. All right, I think it's going to
It
be
bums
Christopher
me
Judge.
out not to see some of the side characters from God of War. I know you can't have the whole category God of
one.
War.
Yeah,
Well,
Sonny
it's-
Soljic, he's a
it's-
kid. He's
it's
Atreus.
Oh, okay.
Atreus.
Okay. Dang, he looks so different now.
Yeah.
But there's a few. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a few that I would put in that category too. But
Ashley Birch, remind me. There's been 0 nomination of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
No.
Come on, action game. It should have been on the action game.
It should have at least been on the action game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Damn,
saying
it was kind of a
win
snub
it, but
because
yeah.
it was a fun game.
so do most people
Right.
consider Last of Us Part 1 as not
No.
able for anything this year?
I
It
guess
should
so.
be. I mean, it didn't change the game.
Yeah,
enough.
it ain't like they went back and re
Right, like Resident Evil 4 should be next year because they
Yeah.
changed a lot, and it's still debatable. Like Resident Evil 2, they changed the entire gameplay style. But moving on,
Moving on to the next category, Best Audio Design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West.
that is so hard.
I think it's between
Call of Duty has really good
Call of
sound,
Duty,
Yeah.
Elden Ring, and God of War. It's those 3.
but it's a lot easier to design
Turismo 2.
guns. You know, like I mean,
To
I'd
shoot
say
'em.
easier, but yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
that
it's
is-
something you.
That was such a simplification of someone who's never done any sound
Right.
design. So I am so sorry.
But the thing is
disrespecting
there
somebody.
for you to design it, whereas
Yeah.
Elden Ring, you're creating sounds for things that don't exist. You know, like
Yeah.
and you have to make people relate to that sound.
So-
and same thing with God of War. Like, God of War is so like surround soundy.
Yeah.
I think it could win it off of that. I'm
And
gonna say
they
Elden
did
Ring though.
They did a great job on God of War with the controller microphone, like the
Yeah.
audio
Oh,
coming out of
yeah.
that. Like when you're
And
sledding and you can kind of hear it a little bit.
I will say the only thing that knocks off Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for me is that it's so fucking loud, dude. When you load
Oh,
into a
yeah.
game and you're in a helicopter, you literally
You can't
cannot talk to your your
Yeah.
team. You have to wait until the helicopter leaves. Which it's realistic, but I'm
realistic.
not also
It's
not
stupid.
a warrior.
It is stupid.
I'm not in war here.
I want to be
buddy.
able to skip that fucking helicopter.
I hate it so much.
But I'm predicting Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring's going to clean up almost everything there.
What do you think?
I think it'll be God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, so I'm the tiebreaker. I'll go with Elden Ring.
I just think there's so much sound to design in that game.
Yeah.
And like all of it sounds good. And this doesn't count score, does it? This is like
No, the next one is
footsteps
score.
and swords clanging.
This is in-game audio and sound.
I mean, it's gonna be close. Like all of this is gonna be close between them two.
All right, so the next one is Best Score in Music. For outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I'm gonna say Elden Ring because I think the boss music is really
Yeah.
good and the title sequence is really good. God of War's is good, but it's also just a little changes from the 2018. So I'd say that Elden Ring's more original this year. But
Yeah,
that's
no,
just my,
I don't think they're going to give it as much credit because of that.
Yeah.
Because it's not new.
I think the music in Elden Ring is really good.
Yeah.
Plague Tale has a really good score.
Actually, I don't know about that. Like,
Yeah, but it ain't as grand. Like, it ain't as much as Elden Ring.
If,
I really think Elden
Metal
Ring's
Hellsinger is going to win a category, it should be this one. But also, like, I don't know.
It's so niche.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it could win this category.
Metal Hellsinger?
It's good.
It's
But,
a
like,
game about music. So
Yeah, but it's all metal music, and that's a niche.
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's very video gamey.
Yeah.
To me personally, but I won't be mad if it wins it because like they put a lot of work into that.
They
That's the only
really
thing it's been nominated for so far.
Yeah.
I can't believe it wasn't on action.
Yeah.
So I am gonna go with Elden Ring here too. I'm gonna go with Elden Ring just because
Xenoblade could sneak in on
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
They have good music.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're definitely not talking shit about any of these because they're all.
Right. I just don't
They
have
deserve to
experience
be
with
here.
that one.
Is there one that you think missed?
Kirby for sure.
Yeah.
Kirby has great music.
I will say this as someone who doesn't,
Anime
who has
music.
not grown up playing Nintendo games. Like in the morning, I'll get up and pick like a playlist of songs from video games to listen to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirby's music is so fucking good. Dude.
It's just
it's a
delightful.
banger.
And
it's
yeah,
like
all time.
all of
And I
it.
will say this one doesn't miss. This
Right.
the soundtrack on this new, like
And
that
when
is
they-
the biggest snub so far.
Yeah.
When they decide to go into the anime music, it's
Yeah.
so good. Like the
Yeah.
changing of pace in that game is
But
awesome.
that's a weird one to not have.
Yeah. There was also Tim from Kind of Funny said that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should be on here.
It
too.
has good music. It has great music.
It does. But these five are great too. Like,
Yeah,
that's
this,
the
like
thing.
who would you take out to put in?
I don't think I would. I mean, Xenoblade for me, but again, like someone out there, that's their favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna say Elden Ring just because like that stands out so much to me.
All right. The next category is Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Scorn, Horizon Forbidden West, and Stray.
Scorn is the most unique.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely has an art direction that's very unique.
Yeah.
I will say snubbed was Sifu because like the levels on that are pretty and like really cool and they change a lot.
The art design on that one is really good.
But see, whenever I think of this category, I think of how much work and time and money they put into this, the graphics specifically. And I feel like Sifu, that's the thing they decided to not spend as much money on. They spent more money on the technical aspects of the gameplay. And so they were like, let's go lower poly. That way it won't get buggy when we start doing all these combos and everything.
I know it was an independent
Like it's clean
studio,
looking. Yeah, no.
so I take that into a somewhat account. But
I mean, I like the art style of it, but I just don't think it's like outstanding like God of War is outstanding.
See, I think God of War is going to win
Yeah.
just because it's like when you go from realm to realm and see how different everything looks, and it all
Yeah.
just looks beautiful.
I
I
think
could see Elden
I
Ring
think
too,
it's the
though.
same
Yeah.
story, different category. I think it's the race between Elden Ring
Yeah.
and God of War, and I
It's-
think
that's all
I think
night.
God of War takes this one.
Yeah,
too.
this whole night is going to be that. But I think this one is more God of War.
It's,
when you
it's
look
cool
at-
to see Scorn in there, even though I don't really care for that game, or
Yeah.
and Stray because I don't care for that game.
They earned it.
Stray is a pretty game.
But they definitely, Stray is a pretty game.
It feels so bad for Horizon because that game is stellar. Like
Yeah.
both of those games have been stellar, but it's not quite as good as these, best games ever.
Yeah.
In any of these
Horizon,
categories.
Horizon 3 has better just to plan out.
Yeah. let's
Don't
figure
be
out a
afraid to
bad
kick
year.
that game to the next year if there's
Yeah.
something around that.
But I still don't think it's like a game of the year game.
No.
Like I don't think in any year. Well, like 2019, it would have won game of the year. That's when
Yeah.
only year I can think of.
Yeah.
All right, next category: Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality. So you said you think Immortality?
I haven't finished God of War Ragnarok story. I'm loving it, and that would be my pick, but I
Yeah.
just know that it will probably be Immortality.
haven't played.
I don't think probably like it's so abstract. Immortality is. It's like a damn art show. Like,
Yeah.
and I understand some people would be if they're gonna do it like the Academy Awards, yes, that'll win.
Yeah.
But this is the Game Awards. This is supposed to be a video game story, and that game does not feel like a game.
Do you
I
think?
don't call it a game, honestly.
Do you think Horizon Forbidden West is a better story than Immortality?
I don't know. I didn't get far enough into Horizon, but I like
What about
that
Plague
more
Tale?
video game.
I-
yes,
Plague Tale.
100% Plague Tale.
I don't think that it's better than Horizon because I think Horizon ends up in a good place. Like it does some good things.
I will say, for me, it's interesting to see Elden Ring on Best Narrative.
Right.
Because they are a From Software game, and if you don't take the time to read everything and you don't look and watch lore videos, you're not going to know what's going on.
I think this game did it better than the others in terms of like you kind of get it.
You'll vaguely get it for sure.
Right, but you're not getting it. Shouldn't be in this category, to be honest. Like
I think Kirby got snubbed again, but
really,
yeah, that's a good
it has
story.
some good story beats for sure. It, like with characters that I've grown up with and stuff, it had cool like King and all the rest of them.
I think the only reason that Elden Ring is here is because of the journey mentality of it. Like Dark Souls 3 had that, where like you look back at where you started and you're like, oh wow, this was my story.
Yeah.
Elden Ring,
the story
of
of
design.
you yourself is what
Right.
tells. Okay,
Elden Ring is here, but the same way that Breath of the Wild was probably here.
Yeah.
Like if you do the work, you can get the story. I
get the
guess.
story.
Right, like you know that you're living that story, like even though it's not told out that way. But no, this is God of War.
yeah, I think it's God of War 2.
But I mean, Plague Tale has a chance because that is really a great narrative game.
Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
This is the greatest contest of this category ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War 1, that's really close. But freaking Miyazaki and
God of War Ragnarok is a sequel. So
Not Barlog, but
Yeah.
but he didn't direct this one.
oh, he didn't direct this one. Well, I forgot who stepped in on this one. That's wild to me.
Corey Baller's working on something. He was like a producer. Like he oversaw.
Well, that's
it,
cool though that he would go hands off on it and that it would still be this good.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
the games in the nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. And I'll say my piece on Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring wins this because it takes Dark Souls games to a place where they've never done before. It does open world better than most open world games, and all they make is open world. And God of War Ragnarok is the second one. It has a blueprint, and now I haven't played it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I agree, but I think it does lose because of it being like the last one. I think Elden Ring has got this one because it did take a game like Dark Souls and make it a better thing.
Yes, I'm thinking, and I'm just going off the description, like for outstanding creative vision and innovation. And Elden Ring, I think, innovates more than all of them. Horizon Forbidden West is just Horizon.
I mean, it's sold more than any other Souls-like game, so that's all the proof you need that this was a movement of some sort.
And Stray is a walking sim as a cat, and Immortality is probably one of the more
Stray
unique
called a
ones too.
stray bullet. For no
Immortality
reason.
could win this too, though.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's
it
between-
doesn't. Yes, it does something different from telling lies, but not in a better
I feel
way.
really negative about that. Like I like telling lies a lot. Like, I like these kinds of games. This specific game was just not fun.
Yeah.
At no point was discovering anything fun. It just felt like a drag.
Well,
so that's why I don't want it to win any of
It
these
was too much
categories.
of up to your interpretation. There wasn't.
I don't know. It was kind of creepy, but it wasn't like a horror game creepy. It was just
No.
like these things happen, and the way you did everything wasn't. I didn't like it. Anyway, I was wanting to say Elden Ring and God of War, as far as direction goes, both of these games felt like an impossibility to me.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to believe they were made, especially when you consider like where we were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I guess. That's why Elden Ring will win it, because God of War, we got the first one. And we knew that was possible. But the grandeur that they've raised it to, like with a jellyfish and the tree, like and the freaking whale you save in the middle of the bay, like all of that feels like it couldn't be made on a video game.
Oh,
you know, like I've never experienced anything that
I
grand.
hope that God of War won this in 2018 because it taking that hack and slash game of PS2 era and making the God of War we got in 2018.
Yeah.
I hope that they got the award for that.
Yes.
But this is just like that in a way.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
better
agree with that.
in every way I played it, but it's not Elden Ring where it did something new. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, it's hard to knock it though, just for being a great game plus.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like that's I don't know. That's why it's tough this year.
Yeah.
But I do think Elden Ring takes this one just because like how do you make that many things work together? Like Dark Souls 3 was already a hard game to make, but you made that on a 10 times scale. Like that's what's impressive about it. But yeah, next one.
All right, the next one is the big one. Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And Stray should not be here.
Not over Kirby, it shouldn't.
I'm going to say this one, we're not giving our opinion.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do our own Game Award show.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're going to give our predictions for what we think the industry will do.
You me go first?
Yeah. And actually, this is just a toss-up, really.
Yeah.
But you can go ahead.
I'm basing my prediction. I would never have thought a FromSoft game would win, but then in 2019 Sekiro won, so I was like, well, there is an audience that will pick this game.
Yeah.
If that one.
Yeah. So I could see it being Elden Ring. I just think that more people vibed with Ragnarok, and I think that's the way people are going to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right in that first argument. I think it's the same argument as game direction. I think it's what does Elden Ring do more innovative? I don't even know how to really put it. It's just like God of War Ragnarok. I think it'll win. I think God of War Ragnarok will win.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. And I don't even think it's like an accessibility thing because, yeah, more people can play and beat God of War. But I don't hear about that many people playing it. Like, numbers-wise, I think Elden Ring had the bigger boom at its launch.
Well, yeah, and it's not an exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, that helps it too.
And,
but this God of War, I'm not hearing that much about the sales being huge like God of War 2018 was. I mean, I'm sure it's right up there with it, but I feel like Elden Ring was such a moment.
Yeah, and it was also the perfect jumping point for anyone.
Yeah. Well, it's like Zelda. It was just it was a moment, and everybody in the industry was talking about it. And I don't feel like God of War so far has been that. Everybody loves it, but I don't feel like it's like, wow, I got to go talk to everybody about God of War Ragnarok. Like, maybe that's just who I talk to.
Yeah.
So we say God of War, and you say Elden Ring.
Yeah, I say Elden Ring wins this one.
Okay, so who was snubbed from Game of the Year?
Kirby for sure.
Kirby?
What was the other ones?
Stray.
Was Immortality in this one?
No.
No.
Thank God.
I think Sifu should have been there.
Plague Tale was there. And I like that game, but I don't think it's a game of the year. Like it's that B tier. It's like a high end B tier game.
I think Sifu should at least been nominated. I knew it wouldn't win, but just like
No.
I don't know. It takes 2-1, so I guess anything can happen.
When is the cutoff for these? So it must have been last week, right?
Yeah, because it's Weird Pentiment ain't there.
I'll tell you a
that's what I was going to
snub.
say. Pentiment probably would have been there.
I'll tell you a snub from several categories.
Gotham Knights.
Nobody Saves the World.
Yeah, I love Nobody Saves the World. That should have been in the indie games for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, not. Game
I
of
like
the
it
Year.
better than Cult of the Lamb.
I like it better than Stray.
I do too. It's more fun than Stray. It's not. At the end of the day, Cult of the Lamb and Nobody Saves the World could have been a mobile game. Both of those games could be mobile games.
But no,
That's why they
I
don't.
think you're right, I guess. But Nobody Saves the World is so fun. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah. It's
don't
just
even like games
unabashed
like
fun.
that.
Tinykin was also
Tinykin should have been here. Holy
Yeah.
crap. That should have been on indie game for sure. That game is awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
It
of
reminds
that.
me of like the collectathons of
Yeah.
like the Nintendo 64 era and stuff.
And they put a lot of work into those rooms. Every one
It
of
reminds
those
me of like a
rooms is
banjo
unique.
or something like that kind of game.
It's just fun for fun's sake. Like, it's not deep. I don't think it should have gotten anything
It
real
would have
big.
got, but indie for sure.
Nominated at least, yeah.
But Kirby, I don't know. I think it's better than people give it credit for.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that game. And it's not just some cookie cutter game. Like,
No.
they created
They
something
did
from the
something
ground
new
up.
from Kirby. Like
Yeah.
this is the first time Kirby's like been in this
Yeah.
3D
Derby.
environment like this.
I think it fully
Derby.
deserved to get more than
I like
that.
Derby.
Derby.
That's what I think. Every time I hear Kirby, I think of Maverick or
Oh, yeah.
Violet telling me about Kirby.
But yeah. Well,
Cole, what do you think about Kirby?
Wouldn't know.
well, we got to find out what Maverick thinks about it in the Maverick Minute.
In the Maverick Minute.
Kirby.
The new Kirby?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you like it? How far are you in the new Kirby?
Where you did the signs.
The Suns.
Yes.
What about the bosses? Are the bosses hard?
Yes.
They are? What's the first boss?
The gorilla.
Did you beat him up?
Yes. I beat him up one time.
First try?
Yes, but I had to beat him a lot of times when he was colorful.
Oh. So you didn't beat him first try. It's not gonna laugh.
What's your favorite power up?
Yeah.
Do you like the ice one?
I like the dumb one, but because you can shoot them far away.
Oh yeah.
Is it gum? You chew gum?
Gun.
No.
Gun? You can turn into a gun?
No, it's you get guns.
Oh,
A gun.
like mask.
Yeah.
So Do you like turning into the car? Can you turn into the car more times?
I drive a car for. I even.
What about when Kirby eats the big fan and you blow wind? You like that one? You done that one, haven't you?
Yes, I've been in a circle thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Do you like the music in it?
Um,
Does it make you dance?
no.
Oh,
It made me dance. I had to stop it and dance.
yeah.
He crawls and then he dance.
What's your favorite video game music?
Kirby.
Kirby, better than Mario?
Hold on.
We're the Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah, and I like Mario
Odyssey?
songs.
Which one's your favorite on that one?
I like.
Dang, you killed it.
You got them all memorized, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that too.
Bye.